Time Spy costs you money to change resolution settings. There you go. I think Time Spy itself will run in one resolution, but if you want to do like a 4K stress test, I think you have to pay for it. That's the truck if you've just joined. You missed the old setup. Which one? BMW wheel and a Mercedes Actros. Well, here's the thing. Get wrecked. As far as I'm aware, Fanatec do not do a Mercedes Actros truck wheel for their wheelbase, nor do they do a Scania truck wheel. In fact, they don't even do a truck wheel. They do racing wheels. What time is it where I live? It's on the screen. Jesus. Middle of the screen there, just next to my name. I think Fanatec should make a truck wheel. Definitely. But I doubt they will. Because people who play truck sim won't spend that money on a wheelbase. Well, that wheelbase, I think, I'm trying to remember now. This particular wheelbase, they're about 600, I think. Is that right, guys? About 600 quid? Ish. And then you have to buy the rim as well. And they're like 150 to 300. So like I say, people who play truck sim, who complain about £11 DLC, are not going to spend that kind of money. ETS and ATS gaining popularity? Oh really? I think they're in a steady state, aren't they? I don't know what the numbers are, but you've got people coming into it and people leaving it. I don't know which is bigger.
Left turn ahead. Turn left.
There's a reason people like Logitech don't make a truck wheel. It's because they know it's a niche market. Like, they bought Cytec, and Cytec made a farm sim wheel, albeit a very cheap, nasty one. I think they still sell that, but farm sim, because it's on PC and consoles, probably has a bigger player base than Euro Truck and American Truck. So there's like a target market. I don't know if that's true, Jimbo. I think there's a lot of people who play on consoles racer games who have wheels. That's one of the reasons why Logitech made one. Like the G27 was effectively a PC only wheel, so they got rid of it and brought out the G920 and the 29 so that it could work on PC and consoles. It's difficult to get a wheel in a living room bedroom. No, it's not. People do it all the time.
Right turn ahead. Turn right.
Farm Sim's a game you couldn't really get into. Everybody's different. It's fine if you can't get into it. Some people can't get into racing. Some people can't get into trucking. I mean, you play what you enjoy, right?
Go straight on.
Jimbo, maybe you're just like projecting your own personal space onto it, but a lot of people have different setups, like different bedrooms, different living rooms, and they can just bring a wheel out and clamp it to the desk, race, and then put it away again. That's quite common. I mean, I used to do it every week. I used to do it every time I streamed or every time I recorded. I would clamp a wheel to the desk and then put it away again. You wish PlayStation wouldn't plaster their logo over the wheel?
Go straight on.
Well, that's just Sony licensing, isn't it? Logitech sign a deal with Sony and they release a wheel and both push it. Co-branding. Yeah, I mean, you could just buy a sticker, right? You'd just buy a BMW sticker and put it over the top. That's how I did on this Skoda wheel. I mean, this is an original BMW, obviously. I mean, it's just you can cover it up if you really feel bad.
Go round the roundabout, second exit.
You prefer a PlayStation logo to a
Take
BMW? Wow. But I don't know from if it's... I doubt it's aluminium. They're quite heavy. I would imagine it's like steel or alloy or something.
Go round the roundabout, second exit.
Jimbo, I use gloves when I'm racing, but I'm okay with trucking because, like,
Take the exit.
I'm not having to grip. There's not a lot of force feedback that I'm fighting. I'm not getting all kind of clammy hands from the stress of racing. If I'm just trucking, it's quite relaxed. I'm okay with using my hands.
Left. You have reached your destination.
No, you don't want to ruin them, Jimbo. Doing well, Duck Norris, thank you. I don't know why they want that delivering there, but hey ho. Glovage. On our way to level 116. What time is it in the game? 18:31. It's quite late. see where we want to go. Where do we fancy going? Reservoir tank, motor oil, tractor equipment, live cattle, milk, kerosene. Try not to drink the wrong one. Some milk to Kalmar. Looks like most of the jobs are going to Sweden. Don't know, Valtiel probably... People play this game a lot more than I do, mate. Just look at Battle Cattle with Factorio. I think I'm on, I don't know, a few hundred hours. He's on 20,000 hours. 20,000 hours on Factorio. That's nearly 10 times what I've played Euro Truck. That's a long time. That's like 8 hours a day for 4 or 5 years every day. It's insane. Ottawa, welcome back. There are people that play games way more than they should, I think. I couldn't do it. There are too many good games out there for me to just play one like that. $833 days. Scary, isn't it? I might see if I can make my way to the UK. $20,000 hours is almost 7 years, 8 hours a day. Yeah, he got Factorio. He was one of the original Kickstarters of Factorio when the game was released just over 7 years ago. He backed it to the tune of 200. He backed it to the tune of £200. Dropped 200 quid on Factorio. Which, considering that game cost less than 20 quid, you might think to yourself, that's insane. But when you think dropping £200 on a game that gives you 20,000 hours of play,
keep right, then go
now that doesn't look like a bad deal at all.
Go straight on, then turn right. Turn right.
Celebratory button.
Mark Sterling, I'm not a Factorio guy like that, but close. I'm almost 1,000 hours in the game. Or 1 hour in the game. 1.0.
Turn right, then turn left. Turn left.
Well, yeah, let's not mention identity. It'll summon Dre if you do.
Turn right. You have reached your destination.
I tell you what, though, whatever the... like, Factorio is due to release this year, I believe. Like, I don't know what the devs are going to do after they release it. Like, maybe they're going to make something else. Maybe they're going to retire. Maybe they'll keep refining the game. Do a version 2. Like, who knows? But if they kickstart something else, if it's a game that interests me, I will 100% back it, because that team is unbelievable. They are such a productive team. Imagine if the Factorio... hang on. Imagine if the Factorio team were the ones who proposed Star Citizen. Imagine the difference between Star Citizen, like, now, where it would be if it was the Factorio dev team behind it. Like, every Friday punching out updates. Frimshaw, thank you for 9 months. How's everything across the pond? Eh. You know, we're all told to stay indoors and it's sunny outside. Eh. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Turn left.
Star Citizen had funding issues, can't just throw money on it. Dude, they're still raising money. Star Citizen is still taking people's money. Like, for ships. In a game that's not finished. It's quite amazing.
Right turn ahead.
Devs have said they have a massive list of what they want to do when it goes after 1.0. But they're going to face the same problem as, say, something like SCS, right? Where they release the game, and then ongoing development has to be paid for. Like, how are they getting money for ongoing development? That's where you either start paying for DLC or you release another game. You can't just keep releasing free content. You can't pay your mortgage with free content.
Go round the roundabout.
And I'm not sure Factorio team or even the players would love the idea of DLC. Because once you go down the road of DLC, you've then got the problem of playing on servers and with other people, like if you don't have that DLC. It's froze again. See, my camera's not frozen, just the game is frozen. Do you see that? My camera was fine. I could see OBS and my camera moving, but the game froze.
Go round the roundabout. First exit.
Well, when I looked up Flamingo, I could see myself moving in the camera.
The exit.
Interesting. See, I reckon that's a power problem. I reckon the card has a power issue going on. Unless my power supply is going. But I doubt it.
Keep right. Then turn right.
See, when I look at the temperatures on the graphics card, it runs at 40 odd
Turn
Celsius no
right.
matter what it's doing. It's not a temperature problem on the graphics card at all. Maybe I'm just working the card too hard. How old's the PSU? About 2 years? 2 and a bit years? The whole machine was built 2 years ago.
Keep right. Then
Hey,
turn
Special,
right.
happy Easter.
Turn right.
Yep, 1080 Ti. That was unexpected. Really? Are we really saying that I hit that? I can get a bus down there. What's going on? Okay. Moving on.
Wow, well done.
Thank you, Captain Flint. Wow, well done. The Grand Tour Pack is boring, so Womble. I've tried the Grand Tour Pack, and after you've played it for about an hour, you just want to turn it off. I'll take boring and functional. Why does it sound sarcastic? Because it is sarcastic, Jabgon. I was playing a game of Siege, and the guy went, "Wow, well done," in a very sarcastic fashion. And we just had to soundbite that. You have a wasp which keeps hitting your window so you can't really open it, and it's getting quite hot. Okay, get a tennis racket, open the window, and smack it over the head. The best thing to get is one of those electric racket things. They're pretty good. If only you had a tennis racket. Okay, you don't have a tennis racket. What are your options? Okay, a magazine. You could try that. Magazines work quite well.
Right turn ahead.
You get one of those electric bug tennis rackets. They're the best thing. You get those annoying...
Turn right.
Oops, what am I doing? Why did I hit that button? When you get those annoying bugs, which you will get, they're brilliant. No, you just like waft them, and when the fly hits them, they just explode.
Turn right.
No, they're done. And they're not very expensive either. But you need to get another one. You need to get on eBay and buy another one. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend using an iPad. You want the bacon? Why? You feel the need for bacon? A baseball bat? Yeah, that works. Can't think of any problems with that one, Danny. A baseball bat to kill a wasp. I mean, you could use a grenade if you can get hold of one. That would definitely kill it. I don't like using bug sprays, Danny. I think they're less popular now as well. How do you kill the wasp in mice in the car? You have to lower it into... You either use the fire extinguisher on it or lower it into the water. Is there anything new in my summer car? I believe so. I believe there's a combine harvester. There's been quite a few updates since I played it. Tech James, welcome back. I've no idea what else. Yeah, a combine. Tons of new stuff. Like what, Tommy? List all the new things. My Summer Farming Simulator. Yep. Hey, David Lullabido's now playing Northgard.
Third exit.
Dave's playing Northgard, guys.
Take the exit.
What do you mean, Stalker? Dave has left the stream to go and play Northgard. Yeah, what a guy. Exactly. What a traitor. Exactly. That's the right word. Traitor. How dare he? What is Northgard anyway?
Keep left.
You question about my summer car, you can die if you jump into if you jump into the front of the combine. Okay. I would kind of expect that, to be fair.
Keep
I don't play
left.
Mountain Blade. Not my kind of game. I don't know, Jabcon, people do stuff in My Summer Car, like jump in front of trains and jump in front of combines, and then they're genuinely shocked when they die. It's so bizarre. Dev's like, guys, I've put a combine into the game. Players, let's jump in front of it. I'm dead. That's amazing, well done. What was you expecting? Yeah, the detail. Oh, I love this God mode combine. It can kill you every time you stand in front of it. Oh, genius.
Keep right. Then take the exit right.
We call it natural selection. Yep.
Take the exit right. Go straight on.
No, Jackson, somebody was mentioning it, so they said there's loads of new stuff, so I asked the question, what new stuff? And the only thing I've heard so far is a combine harvester that kills you. Well, there's loads of stuff, but nobody can tell me what it is. But there's loads of stuff. The Dev is a vindictive guy. Sadistic is the word you're probably looking for. You can only drive the combine from a barn to a farm, that's it. Okay. What else is in My Summer Car? Since I haven't played it for months, what else is in it? Still waiting. My Summer Car now has car horns. Okay. A pickup truck. From... Where do you get the pickup truck from? What do you do with it? Can you build it? You can collect bales. So basically, he's made the game into farm sim. Well, you get paid to pick up bales and cut down stuff. Strawberries are already in the game a long time ago. The police stands outside the shop. Okay. You can pick up things with the pickup truck. The pickup truck's a mod. Right, so that's not in the game. This is very confusing. What is in the default game? No mods. No mods. Turbo for the car. Okay. Car horns and a pickup truck. But somebody just said the pickup truck is a mod. Nope. Azkaban, I have no idea when I'll play it again. I'm just trying to find out what's new. That's all. You can wave at people now. Okay. You get an instant 5-day prison sentence when you kill an AI driver. Yeah. Have you ever done a stint in prison in My Summer Car? The turbo is also a mod. Wait, what? Is there anybody who can give an accurate answer about what is new in the base game? I don't know, Captain Flynn. I kind of expected there were people in chat who play the game well enough to know it. That's what I was hoping for. Apparently not. You have a phone call from a farmer who has a heart attack and he needs you to move bales. Timo has a new game in the pub. The guy who you fight with is the pub and will fight 10 days if you hit a person with your car. Thank you, Rushrick. You're looking to purchase a shifter for ETS2? Okay. The only shifters I've ever had are the ones from G27 that came with it, the one from the G920, which was optional, and this one, which is standalone. Hangover is now best to be dealt with by drinking alcohol. Hair of the dog, that's what that is. You can drag race AI drivers, moped, kickstand, lottery, and helmet. Okay, lottery was already in there, helmet was already in there. Kickstand on a moped, that's definitely needed. AI drivers, drag race, where? On the runway? Added a rack to the moped so you can hold more than one object. Let me ask you this question. Does he allow you to pick up more than one item at a time yet? Or do you still need the backpack mod? Because that was one of the most hateful parts of the game. The fact that you can't put things in bags and you can't pick up more than one item. So you go to the shop, you buy a load of stuff, and you have to carry it one by one. Timo has a new toolkit you can buy from the shop. Hey, pups.
Left turn ahead. Turn left.
The truck and old car have a horn. If you go to the soccer field, there's a guy who comes out of a shed and has a gun. What? It's getting weirder and weirder, that game. See, I'm thinking that car should have actually just moved over and let me in. There's some more orderable parts in the magazine. What, like the turbo, or is that a mod? Knowing the if he brought a turbo into the game, the turbo would have a very good chance of blowing up your engine. That's the kind of turbo he would put in the game. I mean, he's already got nitrous. Why do you need turbo anyway? Some antennas. Customization is what he needed. And also the ability to build more than one car. Like, as nice as the Satsuma is, just having one car to build is really frustrating. There's a turbo badge, but no turbo.
Go straight on.
Need turbo for the lag, lol. What about the actual story of the game? Has he changed any story elements, or is it still the same? There's an air pressure leak in the truck. What? That's weird because the truck and the tractor and the van were vehicles that you couldn't destroy, but you didn't need to maintain either. That was the whole point of them. You have to get the girlfriend smash and then tell she's pregnant and the game ends. Yeah, I know about that. I know the story, Muffins. I said, has he added any more to the story?
Keep right.
Like, she gets pregnant, all that kind of thing. Using a BMW wheel while driving their rival's vehicle, Kappa.
Take the exit right.
The Satsuma needs to be inspected every few weeks. You see, Shiny Shane, I have this theory about the My Summer Car developer. And my theory is basically this. The guy is progressively adding more and more stuff to the game that makes you not want to play it. And it's like a big social experiment. He wants to know how much can he add to the game before people literally throw the towel and go, I'm done. I'm not playing that anymore. It's far too annoying and far too troll-like. I'm not playing it. So that's why he keeps adding stuff that kills you and is grindy. Because it's actually like a social experiment for him. And having to take the car in for an inspection every 2 weeks. I mean, that's going to cost you money as well, right? So that's going to break your economy.
Go straight on.
What do I think about Microsoft Flight Sim? I don't know, Derek. I'm under an NDA, so I can't really talk about it. Is that 2 Stream Decks? Yes. If that inspection thing is true, I'm just quitting the game, says Armin. You see? You see, Armin? You see what he's doing? He wants to know how much can he just throw on the back of this before you go buckaroo? It's inspected once. It is, but my car needs to be inspected every year, doesn't it? I think every couple of weeks is a bit stupid. Because if I'm correct, doesn't that mean that you have to put the warning triangle in the back and remove things like race exhaust? I'm trying to think. There's a bunch of things that it won't pass an inspection if you have. So that means you have to take those off and take it for an inspection. There's nothing special on a re-inspect. Lots of aftermarket parts will pass, says Tommy. Okay, so maybe it's not so bad then. Yeah, that's true. Your race exhaust falls off anyway. It's the most lame component on the vehicle. Like, you bolt this thing in and it just falls off. TBD. To be decided, to be determined, to be discussed. TBC, to be confirmed. He's tweaked the inspection process as a lot less pain. Oh, okay. He's made that a bit easier, Shiny Shane. That's unusual. He normally makes things more annoying. Your favourite edition is probably the jail time for running people over thing. Wait, Muffins, do you think that's a good idea?
Go straight on.
It makes you more careful when you drive. But Muffins, the AI does incredibly insane things. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you kill the AI, unless there's a witness, how do they know who did it? You're always careful when you drive your Satsuma. What about when you enter the rally? Yep, Muffins, if a guy jumps out in front of you in the middle of the night, yep. Let's say some AI comes spinning around the corner and smashes his head on into you, you go to jail. Apparently. Can we move on from the My Summer Car stuff? I find that game not interesting. Well, Yoshi, we're only here for your entertainment. So yes, we'll move on. Anybody else want to move on?
Go straight on.
Vote no out of spite. Well, that's a good idea, Lord Chicken. Let's talk about My Summer Car. Well, look, Sponge, if you've got the winning lottery numbers, please share them. Talk about cats, Anna. Four-legged furballs. There you go. What are the new updates in My Summer Car? I don't know, Jack Garrett. Does that include mods or not? Anyway, I didn't bring My Summer Car up. Every single day somebody mentions in the chat, when are you going to play My Summer Car again? Squirrel, have you seen the updates in My Summer Car? All I wanted to know is what's in the game. Really epic, that's quite good. If you won the lottery, would you still stream? I'd stream from the beach. I'd sit on my island in the sun and have a racing rig on the beach. I'd stream from there. How's that? Cocktails. My Summer Car is a great streaming game, but you wouldn't play it. Yep, I hear that. Sunday night beach trucking, I like it. It does depend, Daniel. I mean, you know, I've won the lottery many times. You know, like, won a tenner a few times. I think I won 20 quid once. So it does kind of depend how much you win. I mean, if I won the lottery, I would be amazed, because I don't even buy a ticket. So if they phone me up and said you've won,
Go
I'd
straight
be
on.
like, wow. Lisa ticketing all the beachgoers in Hawaii for violating stay-at-home order. Quite right. If they've been told to stay at home and they don't, they deserve to be ticketed. Yeah, it's probably the same person who would phone you up and say you've won the lottery as your great uncle from Africa, who's got 13 million from an aunt that you didn't know you had, and he wants to put it in your bank account for safekeeping. He just needs your bank details to do it. Oh, great! I didn't know I had this, aunt. This looks like a legitimate email. Here, have my bank account details. Now that is Darwin, if ever there wasn't a Darwin theory. That's Darwin right there. Is that your uncle, Matsafari?
Go straight on.
Yeah, apparently, Lava Tube, I've got one as well. Have you got one? Have you got a rich uncle in Africa? Wow. Wow, this is a climb. Just about got him. A prince from Nigeria contacted you. What was his name? Oof. Were you in Norway? Nice. I am Bonio. Thank you for 28 months, sir. It's interesting how they have yellow on the inside and white on the outside. I'm okay, thank you. TSM map? No, I think TSM, the team basically disbanded. I think somebody released a very, very cut down version of it a while back, but it's pretty much a dead project. Shame really, because back in the day TSM was quite fun. It was like there was TSM and Pro Mods, and there were like the two maps that you wanted to try when they came out with a release. Because back then, every time they made a release, there was some like new expansive land, and TSM just, the quality was not great, but they expanded a lot in Africa, and driving across to Africa was kind of fun. Are there any Squirrel branded face masks? No. I can't remember what order I did it. I can't remember if I tried CSM before Pro Mods. You need to have a lot of time, Noodles. If you want to be a mod author for maps, you need to have a lot of time.
Go straight on.
TSM served as well until the ETS devs pulled their finger out and expanded their map. I don't think that was the reason for it. I think... if I remember, the story was something along the lines of the guy who headed up TSM either fell ill or some family member fell ill or something like that, and he couldn't do it anymore. And that's where it kind of started to fall apart.
Keep right. Then take the exit right. Take the exit right.
Boeing, happy Easter, mate.
Go round the roundabout, first exit. Take the exit.
The story was that you heard the lead guy passed away suddenly. That's something like what I remember. It is curious that the rest of the team or some other team didn't pick it up though. Do you guys sell your old tech or keep it in storage? I think it depends what it is. Some stuff you can sell, some is harder to sell.
Left turn ahead. Turn left. Right turn ahead. Turn right. Turn left.
Storing is seriously only on the Epic Store. I believe so, Summit. They probably got an
Left
exclusive
turn
on it.
ahead.
It's very annoying, Summit, but
Turn
maybe
left.
it's a bit like some other games where they've got a 1-year exclusive. That way Epic Games will throw money at them.
You have reached your destination.
It could be a timed exclusive, but it depends what it is. Like, you could be looking at a month, or you could be looking at a year. You built your first boat in Stoneworks. JMC. Nice, dude. Was the video any use at all? Hopefully it gets people started. Bacon off. Thank you, Captain Flint. Squirrel has blue eyes. Well done. I do. I think you'd be a great teacher, Joseph. I can teach people quite well. I'm a firm believer that you can't teach something until you understand it. So the best teachers are the ones who actually understand stuff. But then there's another element to it. To be a good teacher, you need to have, I think, a bit of enthusiasm and just an ability to know what information to convey, in what order, and how quickly. And that's something that I don't think is... You either get that or you don't. Let's see if we can find a fuel station or a rest area or something. Aha. I could never be a teacher in high school, though. Because if there's one thing I personally can't deal with, is trying to teach somebody that doesn't want to be taught. I can teach people that want to be taught, but I couldn't teach anybody that just sat there twiddling the thumbs going, yeah, I'd rather be outside kicking a football. You're boring.
Left.
I couldn't deal with that.
Go straight on, then turn right.
Yeah, I mean, I did a boat one, JMC. I'll probably do
Turn
like a
right.
helicopter one or a jet engine one or something.
Right turn ahead.
I'm gonna see how the videos do, DW. Like, if people want it, I'll make it. But if people just say, oh, don't play
Turn
this rubbish
right.
game, then I'll stop playing it. It really depends what people want. He was a teaching assistant for year 7, you almost lost the will to live. I can completely believe that. You had an IT instructor a few years ago with only 80s mainframe experience. It was not a success. Wow. I can't imagine that. That guy is... You might as well be talking about dinosaurs. Oh, you bought the game because of me, JMC. Wow. I do want to get that side plastic replaced. There's a place over the road here. Let's go and sort it out.
You have reached your destination.
You don't care about college classes because the teachers were genuinely rubbish. Wait, how do we get in there? Well, yeah, get wrecked. I mean... You could have a great teacher, but you're not interested in the subject. The problem is in, like, high school, they try to teach you, like, I don't know, 10 subjects or something. And statistically, you're not going to like them all. It's just not going to happen. And the ones that you don't like, a lot of people just switch off. Like, I used to sit there in history lessons, or economics lessons, or French lessons, and I genuinely couldn't care less. You put me in the physics lesson, I was all over it, but... Economics? Learning about... Even geography bored me. Like, just learning about other countries at that stage in my life, I just didn't care. And it didn't matter if the teacher was any good. I just didn't care. The trouble is they have like a fixed curriculum that they need to teach you. They don't kind of split you off early enough, I don't think. Like, look at, you know, try and tailor it around you. Imagine it this way. Imagine if you was paying for that education. Imagine if you were paying for the education directly. So you're then basically a client of the school. The school's like a company and you're a client and you're paying for those lessons. You would have choice over what you was taught because you're now paying for it, right? That's what it should be like. I should be able to say, look, I don't care about this stuff, but this stuff I really, really like. Teach me all about this stuff. Get a bit more specialized a bit earlier on. I didn't get rid of the space beacon, no. Wait, is it 8:30 at night? I thought it was morning. Battle Rabbit. It amazes me that they don't teach you this in school. They don't teach you how to do your taxes. They don't teach you how to cook. They don't teach you how to clean. They don't teach you how to fix things. They don't teach you woodworking anymore, metalworking anymore. Electrics or electricity is briefly touched on in physics. Like how to change a fuse and a plug. They don't... There's so much stuff they could actually teach you, like real world skills that they could teach you. What do you mean that's what your dad does? Are you kidding me, Jabgon? If you've got a really good dad, he will teach you. Most people don't have that privilege because dad's normally at work or something. Like mum, they're just busy. They're too busy to sit down and teach you that. And what if your dad doesn't understand that anyway? What if he never understood how to rewire a plug? What if he doesn't get economics and how to fill tax returns in? What if that confuses him as well? I'd rather learn about that than learn, you know, like I spent 1 year of my life being taught French. Why? Why? I've got no intention of learning French. I never took it anywhere past that. That's 1 year I could have been taught stuff that I can use, like plumbing. Plumbing is a classic example. Teach you how to do some plumbing. Ooh, I'd take that, but it's gone the wrong way. We're trying to get to the UK. That goes to the UK. That goes to Hull. It's like that's the only one that does. There's two going to Hull. One's slightly less boring. You can learn a lot of stuff on YouTube, Sen Ryan. That's not really my point, though. My point is you're made to go to school, Sen. You are made to go to school. The system tells you in a very rigid way, 5 days a week, you have to go to school and learn blah, 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 blah. And here's the curriculum and here's the subjects. And that's what everybody's going to learn, as if it's like a one-size-fits-all. And yes, after school, you can sit on YouTube and learn stuff. But why are you wasting everybody's time? Why not teach them more efficiently? That's my point. I'm sure teachers would rather not have a classroom filled with kids and they're trying to teach them something that half of them don't care for. Like they're not interested. Half of the class want to listen and the other half want to go and do something else. What's the point in that? Your school made you take French first and second year. I got made to take French, and then you had to take it second year or do German. So I did French for 1 year, and then German for 1 year, and decided I didn't like either of them.
Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten me into.
Great teachers can make any subject interesting to the whole class. They can make things sound interesting to a point, but if you've already decided that you don't care, there's not a lot they can do. I should have chosen Dutch. No thanks.
Welcome to the nut house.
Because that advocated gift of the stupid would have left behind. The point is to find the medium. No, you need to take the one. Look, you can be sat. You can be sat in a physics lesson, and you're just like, I don't understand this at all. You take the same kid, and instead of trying to force physics down his mouth, and he doesn't understand it, you go and take him over to like woodworking or plumbing or something, and suddenly he's like, this is brill. I work better with my hands. I love this stuff. Teach me that for 3 years. Why waste the guy's time in a physics lesson when he just doesn't get it? And slow everybody else down. Schools to open your eyes to different subjects. Yes, they do that. But they don't let you choose, do they? They don't let you adapt until much later on. Like, you get 10 subjects forced on you for a few years, and then you get to pick a few. But it's nowhere, you still, I mean, I had to sit, 10 exams? I think it was. 10 subjects. That's too much. By the time I've got to that point in my life, I should be down to about 6. Mayu Matty, thank you for your sub. Welcome to the house. Refric, I just like the life lessons you teach us, Lel. Thank you for 29, Derry lad. Anyway, rant over, let's drive. Was I a dropout? I went to uni. Where are we going? Rants over, let's drive. Put it on a t-shirt. I like your thinking on that one.
Turn left.
In Ireland, we spend the majority of 15 years learning to speak Irish, and most of us can't speak a word of it at the end. Wow.
Go straight on, then turn right. Turn right. Left turn ahead.
I remember I was taught Latin, I think it was, in the first year. And all I was ever thinking while this guy was trying to teach us Latin, the only thing I kept sitting there thinking was, why am I being taught a language that nobody actually speaks? Chris, 94. Thank you very much for gifting 10 subs, Chris. Appreciate the sub bomb, and if you just got a sub, please remember to give him a thank you, guys.
Right turn ahead.
Very generous.
Turn right.
Unless you want to be the Pope. Why does Latin still exist? Latin, if I understand correctly, Latin is the language of science. So if you look at plants and things like this, they're all the species are named in Latin. And this, because it's kind of like a neutral language in that sense. And also, a lot of the European languages, like English and German, all the rest, they're kind of, the history goes back to Latin.
Go straight on.
Legit, Rob. How many? Wait, you broke my chat. Dude, you broke things. 1 second. Can't even see how many you gifted now. Everything just died on me. 15! 15 subs from Legit Rob. Thank you very much. Broke my chat doing it. That's very kind, thank you. Chris94, Legit Rob, dropping subs like a boss. And if you get one, please give him a thank you, guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Left turn ahead.
Ignore the car I hit. I did? I did ignore it.
Turn left.
No, I don't stream on Monday. Jack Shepherd. No. Monday, I try to have Monday off now. I try to make that my day off. And then kind of Tuesday, Wednesday, I sort of get on with either recording or, you know, office stuff or admin or blah, 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 blah. There's always too many things to do. Catholic Church did Mass only in Latin till the 50s or 60s. Wow. I'm an essential service now, LavaTube. I need to be in the office Monday and Tuesday. Lol. Okay. Well, if my video, I'll need to make some videos, so you consider that instead.
Keep left.
In your YouTube videos, you can tell the games you like and the way the worked. What?
Welcome to the Nut House.
Thank you, Joseph. I think I understood that. I didn't look how far away the pickup point was. You had German in school for 5 years. I don't mind being taught a language if I'm going to use it, you know?
Welcome to the Nut House.
Keep right.
Part of the problem is I was no
Then
good at
take
learning
the exit
languages.
right.
Like, spoken languages I find very hard to learn. Computer languages I can learn
Take
very
the
easily.
exit
I don't
right.
understand why, but that's just to do with the way your brain's wired.
Welcome back. Nut.
Left turn ahead.
You wish you studied language harder? Well, I would love to be able to speak in a language,
Turn
but I
left.
also accept the fact that I made a choice not to listen.
Welcome back.
I remember being that age and just being really annoyed with having to learn this stuff. So yeah, I only know English as a spoken
Go
language.
round the roundabout. First exit.